Next time is running out for Catalonia's separatist government to pick a new leader. Artur Mas says he's reluctantly ready to call fresh parliamentary elections as his faction has been unable to pick his replacement after winning September's polls. A fresh vote would be the region's fourth since 2010. And for more on this, I'm joined in the studio by Eduard Salsas, an attorney at both the Paris and Madrid bar. Thank you very much for coming in to discuss this topic with us. Firstly, I'd like to ask you, why are we seeing Artur Mas's Together for Yes alliance unable to pick a new leader?
Well, Artur Mas won the election. He obtained 62 seats of the parliament, and the majority is at 67 seats. He needed the support of an extreme left party, the CUP. It's an anti-capitalist party, and he needed 5 of their votes to obtain to be elected as president by the parliament, and he has been unable to obtain this majority. Then, by force of law, the consequence of the law is that new elections should take place end of March.
Already being said before we had the results of September's election, could Artur Mas have foreseen a problem with the CUP?
During the campaign, the CUP repeated several times that they were going to give their support to the person, unnamed person, who would carry on this project and who would lead Catalonia to independence. Artur Mas was ready to do this, and surprisingly, the CUP finally decided not to give their support to Artur Mas because they identify Artur Mas with the right party, which is integrated in the coalition Together for the Yes, and they'd rather have somebody more in the left.
So we've got the deadline then, it's set for tomorrow at midnight. If indeed, as we see as of now, nothing comes through, what would fresh elections mean then for the separatist region, for Catalonia?
Well, fresh elections will probably give us a very different result from the one we had in September. We need to.
Why is that? Why? What's changed in the climate since then?
Well, the CUP will probably not have the same results. A lot of people who voted CUP, they obtained an extraordinary result, 10 seats. A lot of people will not vote for them because they have been the party which has prevented this project, this independence project. In the meantime, we've had Spanish elections.
Yes, the general elections.
Podemos had a great result. They were the first force in Catalonia for one reason. They promised that if they were in the Spanish government, they would call for a referendum on independence in Catalonia. There's the mayor of Barcelona, Ada Colau, belonging to Podemos, who was very involved in the Spanish campaign, but not in the Catalan campaign. And some people say that there's this Ada Colau effect, that maybe if she's presented in the next election as the candidate, Podemos could have a much better result than what they had in September, which was a very poor result for Podemos. So probably the CUP will have lower results, Podemos will have higher results, and then the big question if Together for the Yes will renew this coalition between Convergencia y Unió and Esquerra Republicana, which are two different parties and very separate parties in their ideology. It's the traditional right bourgeoisie from Catalonia and the left, the Republican left, and they made this big coalition. And the big question is if they are going to renew this coalition for the next election, that it's probably going to be early March.
All right, well, we are going to have to leave it there. Eduard Salsas, thank you very much for coming in and discussing with us the upcoming political future for Catalonia.